everyone. Welcome to the Blanton Family Homestead. My name is Renee. Um, Me and my husband are learning to garden. We're learning different ways to preserve food. I hope to learn how to make medicinal teas and tinctures and things that will be good for us. We started out on this little journey of getting a rabbit from a neighbor, and her name is Rosie. And my husband had built us a couple small boxes so we can grow some lettuces and fresh kale and stuff for her. And it started with that, and then I fell in love with gardening. And each year we have put more and more garden boxes in, and we have made in-ground beds and raised beds, and we have started out growing lettuce, and now we're growing potatoes and tomatoes and onions and carrots and cucumbers and, well, a lot of things. Things that I never thought that I'd be able to grow in this little spot that I have. But we are making the most of it. We are learning each year. As everyone knows, you got new challenges every year. You never really get it all figured out. But we are enjoying the journey, and we hope you follow along as we grow and in knowledge, and that anything that you can add to our knowledge, put down in the comment section below. A good way to prepare foods, a good way to make different medicinal herbs and tinctures. We would love to know. Drop it down in the comment box. We have been adding to the raised beds and in-ground beds a new layer, so we've been putting in more dirt, and we have reinforced some of the raised box so that they had a more solid bottom on them, and some had to be rebuilt. So between bringing in the dirt and bringing materials in to rebuild and refurbish, we've gotten a late start on some of it, but it'll be okay. But we've gotten started quite a bit already, and I hope to get far more done. We've not got our beans in yet. That's the next big project. We have gotten to bring in at least one more trailer full of dirt in and build that bed on up and the rest of the way, so that they will be more sufficient to grow in. We've got sorry about the noise in the background. The cicadas are out, I would say, for most people. We've got quite a few different varieties. I've got a seed video coming out that we've started, and we've got videos out to come out on bringing in the soil and doing some of the work that we just talked about. We got new things this year that we never grow before, that I hope to bring to you and show to you. We're going to try to add a little bit here and a little bit there until we get pretty much what we're hoping to grow. I still got to figure out where to plant my pumpkins and cantaloupe and watermelon. Where I had attempted to grow last year, we're going to use that space to put the chicken coop and the chickens. So I'm going to have to learn, or look for a new place anyway, to put those things. I did find out last year that they need sun, and where I had them, that wasn't enough sun coming in there. So we're going to have to keep our eyes and ideas open for that. And basically got most of what we're going to plant besides those things and the green beans in so far. We've got a variety of peppers. We got a zucchini and squash and lettuces and mustard and strawberries and carrots and we got broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage and Brussels sprouts. I had attempted to do that once before to grow those, and I found out that they need quite a bit of dirt. So this year what I did was we got those 10-gallon grow bags, and we put one in each grow bag, and they're doing good so far. So I'm hoping that they will finish out and we'll be able to harvest those. The one time that I did attempt, they did produce, but it was very small Brussels sprouts, so that we didn't really get a big harvest on those. But I hope to this year. We got this year we have just added in our, what I'm calling my little orchard, or not orchard but vineyard. I've got some grapes, and I've got blackberries, and I got raspberries, and I'm hoping that they'll do just fine there, and there'll be enough space for them. We still got to put up trellising, and we got to put up climbing posts and those things. We've not yet finished, but I'm hoping that they do wonderful there, and that they like their little spot, and that it's a good spot for them. Let's see, what would be new this year that we can talk about? I'm attempting to grow eggplant. My plants ain't looking too good though. At first the cats were digging it up, and then the insects started eating on them really hard, and I don't know why those particular plants and not others, but they're full of holes. So I'm hoping that they'll spring out of it. I've never grown them before. In fact, I've never even eaten them before. So I'm hoping that they do really good. Last year I did grow some celery, and this year I'm going to attempt again, but instead of growing it where I had it, we're going to put it in a smaller box to itself. What I found in my experience last year was that when I had them in front of the half runners, and when the half runners come up, it overlapped the celery, and the celery wasn't getting to grow. So after we pulled the vines for the half runners, then our celery started coming up, and we did end up producing quite a bit. But I think this year what we're going to do is just give it its own little box. Maybe not have as much, but we'll have quite a bit to put up in the freezer this year. And another thing that I'm going to grow is that I've never had before is the winter squash. So if you know of anything that I can make that would be wonderful to try for the winter squash for my first time, drop that down in the comment box, because I would love to know. Eggplants, winter squash, I don't even know what to do with them. So I'll need some advice on those. Our potatoes are looking very good. They're up and doing really good, and we got my baby spinach is done well. That's the first year that I've actually got to any kind of a harvest off of it. We've been harvesting that, and the Swiss chard and the lettuce is pretty hard. We got had to restart our mustard. We used all that up, and I know that it'll eventually get too hot that it won't do too well, but we found last year that growing under the trees right here on the lettuces and stuff, they actually done really well for a lot longer in the season. And that we are hoping that we can grow all year. Well, until the winter comes on. But we got quite a few new things in the works, and like I said, we're adding quite a few little spaces to grow in, and we're looking for ideas to do new things and try new things, and we are going to be doing a lot, or hopefully are going to be doing a lot with tinctures and herbs this year. Last year I had growed not as many herbs as I intend to this year, but I had done them in smaller pots, and I found that I couldn't keep them watered, that I would water them and by the end of the day it was as if I didn't water them at all. So this year I'm growing them all in 5 to 7 to 10 gallon grow bags to give them a lot more space, and they'll hold a lot more moisture, and that they won't dry out so much. But I would love to have a freeze dryer. I don't have one, but that's one thing that I would love to have. I do have a dehydrator, and that's what I used last year. I did make quite a few teas over the winter. In fact, I used all the spearmint and peppermint and those type of things to make teas with. And so I'm hoping to get into a whole lot more, use some mullein and things like that. As you'll learn in the videos, that we don't have very much knowledge concerning the herbs yet, but we will as the days of growing them and days of reading and studying and like I said, anything you want to add is more than welcome. I have a neighbor that is also wanting to learn, so I was like, well, why don't we just learn together? So I'm hoping that she'll come down and help me, and that we can learn together. Let's see. We don't really have any animals other than our dog Willow, which she stays in the house with us, and we got 3 cats, White Sox, Grable, and Stripes, and we have our rabbit Rosie, and we got the 20 chickens. That's very new, as I was saying, and we'll have that video up of bringing home the chicks and putting up the coop and putting them into the coop. And they've got about another week or so in the brooder. I think it's at least 4 weeks before you can actually put them out. And then they may still yet need the heat lamp for a week or two, but we'll run electricity out there for them. But they're getting to where they want to fly a lot when you get to open the brooder box. And having 3 cats and loose chickens don't go too well. So we're hoping to get the coop up and get them in there, so that if they do fly out when I'm trying to see to them and changing their bedding and getting their water and feed for them, that they're safe. We don't want anything to happen to any of them. But we're going to definitely give it a go. I'm looking forward to raising the chickens. It's something I've been wanting. I would love to have a large farm of cattle and the pigs and the chickens and the turkeys and ducks and, well, all of it. But until then, I am very thankful for what we do have, and it's incredible when you come out. Gardening makes me happy, and to just see where God has taken it from just having a rabbit to what we're doing now and what we're growing is just, it's amazing. And I'm very thankful to him. We are a good Christian family. We love God. We just love being outside. We love anything to do with getting out and about. But we hope that you follow us along and that you like our videos. And please like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you can be alerted when their next video comes out. And we're willing to learn from you all as well. So God bless. Thank you. Bye for now.